What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be reviewing, in my opinion, the best pistol red dot offered today. The optic I'm talking about is the Holosun HE507C ACSS Vulcan. This optic has a feature that makes it so different than any other optic out there. But before we jump in, please subscribe and tell a friend about the channel. Every subscriber helps the channel grow. Now we got that out of the way, let's dive into this review. Let's go over the specs for this optic. First off, the housing of this optic is made from a tough 7075 T6 aluminum that can handle some serious abuse. It's parallax free and has unlimited eye relief. As a side note, if you don't know what parallax free and unlimited eye relief is, I'll list 2 YouTube shorts in the description that will explain what they are and why they are a must-have when it comes to pistol red dots. Let's get back to the specs. This optic is IPX7 waterproof and fogproof too, so you don't have to worry about it crapping out on you in the middle of a rainy day or in a humid environment. The lens is coated with a multi-layer coating that provides a bright and clear image, even in low light conditions. The 20mm objective lens also has a 1x magnification and a very light blue tint to it. This is the one thing I really like about this optic, because I don't like it when the optic's lens has a heavy blue tint. In my opinion, a heavy blue tint is very distracting. This optic uses the popular RMR footprint, and it takes a CR1632 battery. The battery can be changed from the side of the optic without removing it from the pistol slide. This is a great feature because you don't have to re-sight in your optic every time you need to replace the battery. The battery life on this optic is around 20,000 hours depending on how bright you keep the reticle. This optic has 2 features that helps the battery last as long as it does. The solar panel on the top of the optic helps by using the ambient light to power the reticle instead of the battery. And it also uses shake awake technology. This turns the reticle off when you're not using the optic to save power, but it turns it back on as soon as you pick it up or move it around. I've tested the shake awake feature and it's very sensitive. I barely touched the pistol and the optic turned right back on. Matter of fact, I've never picked the optic up and the reticle wasn't already on. Also, you can turn both of these features off if you like. The optic has 12 brightness settings and the first 2 are for night vision. It has 2 push buttons on the side that can change the brightness of the reticle, and these buttons are also used to turn on or off some of the features we talked about earlier in this review. This optic only weighs 2.65 ounces, so won't add a ton of weight to your firearm. And when it comes to this reticle, wow, let's talk about this reticle. This reticle is a collaboration between Holosun and Primary Arms. They came up with this ACSS Vulcan reticle, which is such a smart idea. Let me explain what it is and how it works. This optic has a 10 MOA chevron in the center of a 250 MOA circle. The 250 MOA circle is the part that makes this optic so special. The reason why the 250 MOA circle is so special is because it lets you know where the chevron is. So when you present the pistol and you look through the optic, if you didn't present it correctly, you would see part of the 250 MOA circle. And depending on what part of the 250 MOA circle you see will tell you where the chevron is. So if you see the lower half of the 250 MOA circle, the chevron is outside the optic window in the 12 o'clock position. If you see the right half of the 250 MOA circle, then the chevron is outside the optic window in the 9 o'clock position. So the days of you guessing where the reticle is are long gone. This will also help you build muscle memory so you present the pistol correctly to see the chevron immediately more often. Something else to point out, I've been using pistol red dots for well over 2 years now. I'm not by any means an expert, but when I was only shooting static paper targets, I could present the pistol almost every time with the dot in the optic window. But once I started taking course of fire classes where you're shooting on the move, shooting moving targets, and being timed, I've noticed that I was searching for the dot more often. I think this was happening because I'm presenting the pistol in different angles than I was used to. And I feel rushed because I hear the buzzer and I'm trying to get a good time. When you're under pressure, your body releases adrenaline, which if you're not used to operating under a burst of adrenaline, your hand and eye coordination may not operate like normal. So until you get used to it, having this optic is a huge help letting you know where the chevron is. This optic has been helping me build new muscle memory that I didn't have before. Keep in mind, once you get to the point where every time you present the pistol, you see the chevron, you can turn the 250 MOA circle off. I think I'll always keep it on. My thought process on this is, as long as I present the pistol correctly, I won't see the 250 MOA circle, and it doesn't hurt to keep it on for the rare case I present the pistol and the chevron chevron isn't there. This is why I say this optic is the best pistol red dot I've ever used. I think this optic is suitable for everybody, but I think it shines for individuals who are either new to using pistol red dots or have intermediate experience with them. This optics reticle also gives you a ton of information that you can use to adjust to make quick shots at longer distances too. What I mean by that is the chevron in the middle of the reticle has a great range finding feature that is really helpful if you're trying to estimate the distance of your target. To give you an example, if you sight in your optic at 25 yards using 9mm, the tip of the chevron becomes your point of aim. Right below that area is your 50-yard point of aim, and the bottom of the chevron is around a 100-yard point of aim. Which brings me to my only complaint. I'm not a big fan of the chevron reticle when it comes to using it on a pistol. I think it would be a very rare situation where I would need to take a shot 50 yards or longer with my pistol. I wish this optic had an option where you could switch the chevron to a regular 3 MOA dot, or they could just make two different versions you could pick from, one with the chevron and the other with the 3 MOA dot. That way, if you plan on using this optic for a pistol, then you just pick the 3 MOA dot. And if you're going to side mount this to a rifle where you might need to shoot beyond 25 yards, then you can go with the chevron. Either way, this isn't a deal breaker. With all that being said, this red dot is my favorite pistol red dot as of August 2023. It's a great option for anyone who wants a compact, lightweight red dot that doesn't skimp on features. The reticle is versatile and packed with information. The housing is rugged and durable, and the solar panel and the shake awake features are a huge bonus. But where I think this optic excels is letting you know where the chevron is at all times. You'll never have to blindly look for the reticle while you're building your muscle memory. I highly recommend this optic for new and intermediate red dot pistol shooters. If you thought the video was helpful, please hit the thumbs up button. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and tell a friend about the channel. Every subscriber helps the channel grow. Also, if you're in the market for CCW insurance, check out Right to Bear. Link is in the description below. Use coupon code UBR10 to get 10% off your entire order. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.